There. Greg Johnson is very close to the Spartan team because he covers them for the Grand Rapids Press. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael. How are you today?
Good. I got to believe that stopping Denard Robinson has been job one for Michigan State. No one's been able to do it so far. Do you have any insight on how they've been preparing for him or if they can stop him?
Yeah, I actually talked to the defensive coordinator last night. They're gonna try all kinds of things. They played against Pat White, who also played for Rich Rodriguez back at West Virginia when they were at Cincinnati. So they have some ideas, and Pat White's the one guy that Denard's kind of been compared to. So they have some ideas. They have some things that didn't work in Cincinnati, and things that did work that they're gonna they'll go back over and they've made a new plan, and they have some more talent to work with this time too, so they're going to go after him.
What do you think the way to stop him is, if you can?
Well, yeah, I don't know if you really can. I think you just try to keep him from scoring a whole bunch of touchdowns. You know he's going to make a few, and you just keep coming back. I think the best way to stop him is have a great offense. You just keep the ball and run the ball down their throats, and their defense hasn't shown the ability to stop anyone. I'm not sure they can stop water from pouring. So that's not much of a defense that hasn't shown that at all yet. So I think that's the weakest link in the football game. If there's an obvious weakness on either one of the teams, that's it. So I really think Michigan State can expose them by just keeping the ball and scoring every time they have it, and then you win and you keep Denard off the field that way.
Tim Stout said that Michigan ought to start Denard Robinson in the secondary at safety. So he said, how much worse could it be? He'd probably get 400 yards and return off interceptions.
And he might, but he'd also, he might get hurt too. They're going to hit him. I don't think he's really been hit yet, but you got to see if you can catch him to hit him. So, but they're going to try to catch him, and they're going to try to hit him and see how tough he is. Michigan State plays probably the most physical game that they've seen yet, so it'll be interesting. I think there'll be some. I think it'll be a really intense game. It always is. The hits are always just a little bit harder. It's it's just that kind of football game. So it should be fun. I expect a kind of a thrilling football game because I think there'll be big plays on both sides.
One of the things that would concern me if I were Rich Rodriguez, and sure, it's fun to have Denard Robinson in there, making everybody, stand and applaud. But the fact that he's the team's leading rusher, the quarterback, would worry me a little bit when it comes to ball control.
Well, see, I think that's part of the design of his offense, so I don't think he's really too worried about that.
Really?
They've run the spread for years and really been a running offense out of the spread. There was a little misnomer when he was hired. People just didn't know enough about it and hadn't watched enough West Virginia football. But they really were a running spread offense. They were leading the Big East in rushing back then and stuff, and they ran the ball a lot more than they passed it. That's just the way that is part of the spread is designed. The spread's an offense that you can go either way with. All it really does is spread the field so you can do whatever you want. And that's just his philosophy, his part of it. So I'm not surprised by that at all, especially because he's got an incredibly rare athlete this time.
Buckle your chin strap, Greg Johnson. You'll read you in the Grand Rapids Press. And, wow, here we go. Michigan State. Saturday afternoon, 3:30 in the Big House on ABC.